Okay, so I've already started pulling this apart, but I wanted to share a little bit of what we're doing. So I had rewired this CU200 to work off a pressure switch instead of it being a generator solar switch. Actually had it running the pump. So I just wired the pump directly to it, did a little bit of rewiring on the inside of it to tie in the pressure switch, which is right here that I got from Automation Direct. It's just a little 3-wire pressure switch I wired over here. And so when the pressure dropped, the contactor would pull in and we're getting power from the inverter here and the pump would turn on. And then when the pressure got up to where it's supposed to be, the pressure switch would take out the contactor and the pump would turn off. It worked, and it worked really well, but I decided I wanted to get a CU200 control module for the solar pump, and so that's what I'm going to work on today, is installing that. So I've unwired the CU200, and I've got the CU200 out of the box on the tailgate, so we're going to go take a look at that, and I'll show you a little bit about it. So this is the CU200 from Grundfos for their SQ Flex pumps. It's got some pretty neat features. It's got a watt readout, so when the pump is running, it will actually tell you what it is. It's got an on-off switch. This light will show your float or pressure switch status. It's got some lights here that actually show that the pump is running. They'll turn on when the pump is on, and it has a low water indication. And then it has a maintenance light, so that if something's going on with the pump, that light will come on and you'll know that it needs service. So we'll open it up and show you the inside. Okay, so 4 screws, 1 in each corner. This whole thing just kind of pops off. Here's the inside. It's labeled pretty good. I don't know if you can see that. Power goes into this connection, either power AC or DC, so you could connect your solar panels directly to this if you wanted to. Pump goes here. Your equipment ground, and then your level or pressure switch normally open, so it needs to be open when it runs. So if you don't hook anything up to this, you just hit the power button on the front and it'll come on, and then when you hit the power button, it'll turn off. So it needs to be open in the run position for that, whether it's level or pressure. It comes with this nice aluminum mounting bracket with some holes in the side. It's for you side mounted onto a pole. And this disconnects really easy. Just pull these little ears to the side and that part pulls out of the way. Alright, I'll show you what I did to the mounting bracket. So there's 6 holes here that have screws in them that mount the CU200 to the mounting bracket. So I pulled those loose too. And then I went and drilled these 2 holes in the aluminum. And so that's how I'm going to mount it, because I don't have a side pole to mount it to. So I need to mount it somewhere flat. So I'm going to mount it just like that, put some holes in it, and then we'll mount the CU200 to it and we'll get it wired up. Alright, back inside, we've got it mounted. It's just mounted flat to a piece of plywood here, and then the CU200 will sit just like that. So I'll get that bolted on there and then come back and show you the wiring. Okay, so we got it all wired up. This is what it looks like. So there's our pressure switch wired to the switch location. Our grounds are in the middle there. Pump is on the right, power's on the left. Grundfos includes these really nice cord grips to help try to keep the bugs and things out of there. So there's our pump wire, runs through our conduit there, down into the pump. And then there's our pressure switch. Comes back up, wraps around, goes right into there. On the power side, I used an old computer monitor cable and tied into there, and we just run that up. I put a new end on it. The end that was on it was messed up, so I cut it off and put a new one on it. right into our inverter. So I'll get the lid put on it and we'll power it up and see what happens. Okay, lid's back on it. I'm going to turn on the inverter. Alright, got some lights. There we go. So the top one there tells us that we have good pressure. We are on, and then we're reading 0 watts. Alright, so pressure gauge looks good. Got this water hose hooked up. We're going to drain some of this and see if we get the pressure to drop down low enough. So what should happen is when this light goes off, we should start seeing power, and then there's some green lights right here that should kick on to let us know that the pump is running. This may take a second or two. Try to get that kilowatt. There we go. That's right. It's ready. So watch it make dry. I'm sure the light will go off in just a second. There it goes. Alright, so now the light's off. See the green lights going. Starting to push some power. Alright, about 880, 890, 880 watts. Alright. Go right over here. We'll turn this off. And then we see that we're still running 870. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. I don't know if it's picking up in the video, but you can hear the pump running. Charge controller kicking on. So pulling about 870 watts out of a 1500 watt inverter tied to a 10,000 kilowatt hour battery pack, and tied directly to the i0101. It ran about 1.2, 1.3 kilowatt hours a day. So not too much. A little over an hour worth of total run time throughout the day. See our light come on there. We're slowing down. And we've stopped. So now we have full pressure. Alright, I like it. Looks good.